In this example, I want to show you how to find the rate of return when we've got a combined lump sum and an annuity. So let's say today I have $5,000 that I'm going to deposit in an account. A year later, I'm going to deposit $1,000. In another year, another $1,000. And a year later, another $1,000, and finally another year later, another $1,000. I'm making these deposits, these ones, at the end of the year. And what I have, I finally look at my account at the end of the fourth year, right after I've made this last $1,000 deposit, and I discover I've got $10,500 in it. And my question is, what annual rate of return have I managed to earn? And it's important to note that I'm asking for an annual rate of return, not the entire return over the entire 4 years. If I wanted to know what return we had earned over the entire 4 years, that's called a holding period return. But if I'm asking for the periodic rate of return, in this case because my periods are a year, it's the annual rate of return. I will explain more the holding period return in a different chapter. Now, the $5,000 is a lump sum, and the $1,000 are an annuity. And then the $10,500 represents the future value. So basically, I'm going to have to combine the future value of a lump sum, the future value of an annuity equations. So essentially my future value is $10,500, and I got that by taking a lump sum of $5,000 and investing it, earning some rate that I don't know, for a period of 4 years, and then adding to that $1,000 an annuity. This is the payment, this is the future value of the annuity, so I'm going to use the future value of an annuity equation, which is 1 plus some rate, which I don't know, to the power of n, which is 4, minus 1, divided by the rate, which again I do not know. So I'd have to solve this equation for I. Now I'm not going to actually do that with algebra because it takes a long time, and y'all can use Excel or your financial calculator. But notice what I've done. I've grouped the amounts that I'm contributing, the 5,000 and the 1,000, on one side of the equal sign, and then the amount that I received, 10,500, on the other side of the equal sign. So I am grouping my cash flows just like we need to do on the financial calculator. So on a financial calculator, I would work it this way. Now remember, I said whenever we're solving for an n or an I need a sign change. And in the past I've said the sign, where you put the plus sign and where you put the minus sign doesn't matter. In this particular case, it sort of does matter. And you'll see why I say sort of. Basically, down here, I have to group my cash flows by whether I'm contributing them or receiving them. The 10,500 is a future value, and it's an amount I received. So I would say that it's an inflow to me. The 5,000 is an amount that I contributed, so it's an outflow. And then the 1,000 is an amount that I contributed, so it needs to be an outflow as well. So essentially, the two with the asterisks are the two that went on the right-hand side of the equal sign, and the 10,500 went on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So I'm grouping my cash flows by whether I'm making them or receiving them. And then my n would be 4. And I didn't actually set this up to calculate it. I don't have a financial calculator handy, so I'll go and do this in Excel so we can have a check figure. But first, I could group them this way. And So long as I group them by sign and make the ones I'm receiving the opposite sign of the ones I'm contributing, I could make the 5,000 positive and the 1,000 positive because I'm contributing both of those. And I could make the 10,500 negative because I'm receiving it. And then because I didn't plan ahead, I have to open Excel. Okay, doing this in Excel is super quick and easy. I'm solving for a rate, so I use the rate function. The number of time periods would be 4. My payment is that 1,000, and I'm going to go ahead and make it negative, which means I need to make my 5,000 negative as well. And the 5,000 is the present value. And then my future value is that positive 10,500. So there is my annual rate of return. Hopefully that's the same rate you get when you compute it on your financial calculator.